What's up, everybody? How's it going? I know this is take two, but yes, I was waiting for our good friend Celeste. She's great, and yeah. I I might have kind of cut it short, but I mean, like, yeah, or put her on such short notes on this updated thing. So, hope everyone's doing well. I know I started early, but
You.
there she is.
Ta-da.
So,
So, how are you?
wait.
What?
Now I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
The headphones were not plugged in, so I couldn't hear anything.
Gotcha. No worries.
How-
I understand completely.
How are things?
Oh, it's getting better. I'm doing my own form of physical therapy, not with a literal physical therapist, but I realized the trash needed to be out, and nobody did it, so I took it upon myself to do it, and that's why I was so slow. And I went down the steps, and then I went down more steps, and then I went down the front steps very carefully, very strategically. And I did it. I'm getting stronger, but it's a day by day process. And it's weird when you don't move like that for a long time, and plus, with the leg thing and stuff, it's just it's weird, like what used to be so simple for you to do is just like all of a sudden it's like but it'll get better again. It just takes time, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was a reason for why I wasn't on earlier, but I did it. I changed the trash. Yay!
That's fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah. But I'm here now. So what do we cover today? What's the
I was kind of like a little unsure of what to do, because I mean now because now I mean, like, I know I need to be a lot more structured, but I've got to say, I don't know. We cover the piece deals or anything like that as a play? Actually, do you know what? 47 is now is now being contemplated as
Nobel?
huh?
Is it Nobel Peace Prize?
Yeah, he's being considered for it.
I could see that. Yeah, I have been seeing something about that. That would be wonderful, because the media has fucked on them so much, left and right, like hardcore. And I would just love for some justice to come his way and for him to get his flowers for once.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, people are saying that uh, are questioning because he because of the recent because of the recent bomb drops, but it's like I got it. Dude, I mean, like, but he's the one who's trying to create the peace deals and all that stuff. Oh my god, everybody thinks that it's the same old thing all over. Well, if it's the same old thing all over, let me ask you this: why are people frantic?
Mm-hmm.
People get frantic when things change, when change is up in the air. So no, things are drastically changing. They gave Obama a freaking peace prize because of his complexion.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Oh, I know. That guy didn't do shit.
You want to talk about a DEI higher stuff that he was a
And I really
PD.
had hopes. I had high hopes for Obama. I really did.
Me too. I mean, like I actually thought that it was a, but I didn't. But again, at the time, I was 17 years old. I didn't know anything about politics or politicians or anything like that. All
Mm-hmm.
I know was, hey, he's gonna be the first black president, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like that that was and I thought that was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah. I was like, wow, this is great. Let's see how it goes. And I really had high hopes. I really thought that he was going to be a Trump,
oh yeah,
for lack of a better word
no, I mean
or description.
he loves to talk tough. He knows how to talk. He
He's
really
a
knows that.
fast talker. And a lot of, and one of the things that people complain about Trump is, oh, he's not presidential. And it's like, well, what do you mean? Well, the way his speech, he's crass, he's this, he cusses.
Oh, so you're
Like,
mean to tell? Oh, so you're mean to tell me he's an actual human being and he's not an actor?
exactly. I didn't vote for an actor.
So what you're telling me
I
is that
vote for
you,
a politician. I wanted a president and a leader and someone to fix this shit up. That's who I voted for. I did
yeah,
not
exactly.
vote for a fucking actor. Okay, if you want an actor, I don't know, go see a movie or something. But I didn't vote for an actor. I voted for a fucking leader. Okay, so just up yours.
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly fucking correct. I mean, like, people say, "Oh, it's just political theater," and it's like, well, yeah, I understand what political theater it is, because a lot of politicians, they're basically paid actors to say sweet nothings that they're going to be doing something or and act, and that's what they're saying. They're acting presidential. Can't he act? Okay, and like I said earlier, that's a key word, act. Can he act presidential? So you're basically saying that you're paying him and you're pissed off that he's not portraying something that in your skewed, fucked up simp head, you just dreamed of being.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he's not acting presidential. It's like, yeah, that's the word, acting,
Yeah.
pretending. He's not pretending to be presidential. Good, good. That's what you want. And then you fucking cried about It's like it's seriously like saying, why can't gaslighters be? Oh my God, says, why can't gaslighters tell the truth? Like, be transparent. So why can't liars be? Why can't people who gaslight and show a front just be upfront? Because you're not gonna like what you hear or see.
Yeah.
Famous.
True.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's what these people, they can't handle. They want the truth, but they can't handle the truth. They love, what they perceive as true, and the thing is that, um, and oh, did you actually hear how the news person today referenced him as daddy?
Mm-mm.
It's true.
Do you have?
Big. Oh yeah.
Let's see it.
This is delicious. It wasn't funny. Oh, it wasn't a news personality actually. It was it was the NATO chief. Yeah, check this happened just earlier today, I believe. When was it? Oh yeah, it was earlier today, just this morning. Okay, so oh man. Uh let's share the screen here. Oh man. Okay.
Hmm. Is it on?
It is on.
I do not see it.
Oh. Oh, I wasn't sharing the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, could you hear it at least?
Let me see.
Here, yeah, I have to press a couple of things on two different screens when I
Okay.
do stuff like that. So it's less than 2 minutes.
Well, the intelligence was,
Okay.
was very inconclusive. The intelligence says
Ah,
it was very severe. It was obliteration. It guts out. You take their
oh, I'm trying to.
intelligence says we don't know. It could have been very severe. That's what the intelligence says. So I guess that's correct. But did a great
I'm
thing. I
trying
mean,
to.
more importantly for the pilots, for the military, you take their
Hold
guts
on.
out. You take their
I am
absolute.
I'm a trash host. Everybody, we're having technical difficulties. This is on me. You can call me a fucking loser, which I am. All right. So
If you're a man who makes at least 150 grand a year and you're still embarrassed to take your shirt off at the pool, I will get you.
Well, the intelligence was very inconclusive. The intelligence says we don't know. It could have been very severe. That's what the intelligence says. So I guess that's correct. But I think we can take the we don't know. It was very severe. It was obliteration. And you'd think that a media outlet would say, isn't that a great thing? I mean, more importantly for the pilots, for the military, you take their guts out. You take their absolute guts out. They had a tremendous attack. It was a complete obliteration. The other team, the other group, Iran, said, let's stop this. And you know what? Israel said it too. Very smart. They fought like hell, and then they said, let's stop. And they're going to build themselves. And I really see it as sticking. I mean, we may do papers on it, Marco. Maybe we're going to do papers. I don't even know if you need them. They're not going to be fighting each other. They've had it. They've had a big fight, like two kids in a schoolyard. You know, they fight like hell. You can't stop them. Let them fight for about 2-3 minutes. Then it's easy to stop them.
And then Daddy has to sometimes do strong language.
You have to use strong language. Every once in a while, you have to use a certain word.
I think you have to join the others.
Yes, we're going to join some other group. Yes, thank you. Katie, one last
I
question.
think Daddy has strong language. That's exactly what he said.
Do you believe
She's so good.
Here's the thing, though. I mean, I don't know. What else could you fucking ask for from a president? Everyone wants transparency, but they say, "Oh, well, we want transparency, but we want it to be a lot more professional." And like, it's like, huh?
Fake.
I mean, transparent. I mean, like, transparency is harsh.
Yeah.
That's why they call it the harsh truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Absolutely. That is a quote. That is a freaking that's a classic movie. Have you seen that movie, by the way? A Few Good Men?
I vaguely remember it. Maybe, yeah.
It was it's awesome. I think it's kind of awesome. It's like a military court movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I think yeah, so I mean great idea, man. So many genius ideas in the 80s and 90s and prior, but now now everything's completely gone to shit because of the writers
all the PC bullshit. That's why everything became PC. You can't offend anyone. Oh, that's going to hurt someone's feelings. We can't say that. We can't do that. We can't have him or her on there. That's gonna make a lot of people upset. We can't say that, it's not, that's gonna hurt this group or that one, or
it's so freaking ridiculous.
people making these laws are the worst of us all. Trust me. They are the worst of us all. They're the most wicked people on the planet, which is, yeah.
No, they really want to
hurt easily. I really do. I'm fragile. I'm like glass. I am. It's kind of bad. I'm not really proud of that. I'm way too good for my own good. I wish I wasn't so triggered by anything and everything that everyone says, but I am. I've gotten better. I've gotten a little bit better, but I'm still like,
What
I really, but but just because I'm thin-skinned, I'm not going to be one of these people that think that, like everything needs to be changed. Entertainment needs to be changed and laws need to be changed to accommodate that. You know, that's a me problem. I know that. But I am sensitive. I really, really am. I'll eat more, you know, but it's a me problem, and I know that.
Is it do you think it's like a truth, or maybe not a truth, but like something that you think it might be true, but it isn't?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, that's the only reason why we get offended, right? Because deep down we're worried that the person might be right. Otherwise, it would not impact us at all. We wouldn't be fazed by it. If someone calls you ugly, if someone calls you fat, if someone calls you stupid, yeah, you know. It's like, what have I been taunted with my whole entire life? You know, it was all that kind of stuff, or a variation of it, and different versions of that. Whether it's the way I was treated or the way people, yeah, just the way I was treated. You know, they don't even have to say it, it's just the way they treat you.
Yeah, exactly. I honestly think that a lot of people do not know the impact on how on at least their impact on others.
Mm-hmm.
People do not understand that the mouth is very, very, very powerful. It's a very powerful weapon, and unfortunately, we still have many people who think that there's might be smart. They really don't know how to use that thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand a lot of people, I gotta say, plunge their baggage onto someone else more
Oh,
often than not.
and the sad part is that, you know, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't guilty of doing shit like that. You know, of course I have.
Oh yeah, everyone does that.
When I'm mad and angry and upset and I feel like someone betrayed me or hurt me in some way, I do, you know, I do want to get at them. I want my revenge. Absolutely. I want my retribution. You know, I want to make them hurt the way that I feel like I was. I don't know that it's right. It's probably not right, but
No, every time, let me tell you this. Every time I attempted to do that when I was younger,
mm-hmm.
I just kind of realized that yes, it for a short image of time, for a short period of time, it feels good, but how does it make me look in a long run? Like how does that?
Yourself, yeah. It's like, how do I want to be known? Do I really want to be known as that person? Probably not.
Yeah. No, just recently. I mean, like I told you how. Well, I'll tell the audience. I'll how recently someone made a did a 180. He said that he would join the band that I'm in,
Mm-hmm.
and he and then at the very and then not and then almost an entire week later, and he said I'm leaning towards yes, and then after a certain period in time, he does almost at the worst possible time when I'm organizing everything and preparing everything, he does a 180.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I remember sending you a draft. I typed that out but I did not send it because then that person that would be in writing forever, and people are and it's like that. Do you know what? That's bait. Yeah, that's going to destroy my reputation. And someone has something on me to complain to others and say, oh my god, he's just harassing me. He's doing this. Because we have a lot of people who are so fucking soft that they could be in the complete wrong, but because you make them feel a certain way, you are in the wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And that and I'm like saying and it's like saying, well, you instigated this. You shouldn't have done this. Well, I just didn't feel like this is the dangers of acting upon emotion, but we've enabled this. Men act like this too, for the most part. For the most part, at least to the ones that I've been around.
Mm-hmm.
There, and I've been actually seeing that seriously, they do not care about their image and how they how it reflects on others. They don't pull through for you, and they actually they don't care that they harm you, but then they care if you harm them. But it's like, do you not understand the reason why you're struggling is because you do not take yourself seriously, or you mess around like that, and do things out of convenience. I'm sorry, God and nothing rewards convenience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I understand it makes people. I understand that you might I you have every right to feel like that, but I honestly think that that's
No, I think you did the right thing. I wish I had your willpower, actually. I think
well.
because I understand the urgency and the urge to want to just go off on that person, and they
Oh,
probably.
and I'm saying that. Well, what I'm saying is that a lot of people. Sorry to interrupt, but a lot of people will set you up, and ultimately that is a shit test.
Mm.
I honestly think people. I think.
Never realized it like that, but you may have a point.
It. And I swear to God, it feels like agony, but it's like, well, it's either I lash out or I gamble with my business.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because this is something that he can that somebody can make a complaint and say, don't work for this person, don't work with this person.
Yeah, they could use it against you, or
Yeah. So do I lose a few couple to a few $100, or do I lose everything just because I caved into some little shit?
yeah.
No, you I it's don't get me wrong. I mean, like, I typed it out, but
You read it and discarded it. That's good.
well,
And
because I'm like saying, because the thing is that it's like it's I'm like saying, okay, I'm gonna end up doing more harm than good to myself if I do something. Are my emotions justified? Yes. Are my actions justified? Yes. However, what's the end result going to be? Probably I'm going to be banned from probably my reputation's going to be tainted, and I'm going to be, and the ones that I'm trying to rent from may never rent from me ever again because they don't want to work with somebody like that.
That's so true.
It's there are just some I've just learned it. You know, sometimes you just gotta take it in the ass,
or just process it in your own way. Like maybe what I need to learn to do is just journal to myself, and or just, well, unfortunately, I don't think I'm an extremely artistic person. I would love to be artistic. I mean, I admire people that have that gift and outlet.
you have a very beautiful voice. One, you sing. That's why we have you sing.
Half of the people around me don't want to hear it, so I have to, be respectful. But I really don't have I guess I don't really have that kind of outlet. Otherwise, I'd do it, if I did. I mean, I guess there's always working out, but I haven't been able to do that either for obvious reasons. I will get back into it again. But, it's a process, like everything, when you're recovering.
Yeah. 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 It just, but I mean, like you're doing wonderfully. I mean, but I do huh?
I could do better, but I do what's within my understanding, and I have to be perfectly honest with you. I don't always know the right way, or I think I do, but then I realize that I'm not. And then I realize, and sometimes I was watching something today. I think I shared it with you, but after seeing it, I thought, one of the things I realized is that I'm not as smart as I thought I was, that I would like to be,
In what way?
Well, let's just say that
Everyone's, because I mean, like everyone has a specialty, and everyone is smart or wise in something. Not everybody's going to be. Not everybody is going to be. And even this even goes for the truther community. Not everybody is going to be. Yeah. Yeah. How should I say it? Smart is like what kind of smart? Because there's so many kind of smarts.
Well, let's just say there's things that I've judged that I recognize that my judgment on them was really my own projection of myself, whether that's myself in the present or in the past. It's relative, but it's like all the things I was saying about her, and assessed about her was actually me in some capacity, maybe not in the same exact way, but I had my own version of that. And that was kind of like, wow. To realize that is wow.
Can I at least, can we at least keep it a B here?
Mm-hmm.
what you're going through right now, and the shit that you're saying, very few have the strength and awareness and smarts to do.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I mean, like, because you not know what a fucking lack of self-awareness so many people have. I would actually argue a vast majority of people have no fucking self-awareness.
It's true. I've observed it a lot.
And then they it makes you think and say, am I the one that's crazy? It's like, you know what? Some crazy, there are various types of crazy, but I honestly think that, you know, the crazy ones, I'm not saying that there are people who are crazy, but they have like crazy moments, but that is just them snapping out of the fucking matrix and starting to actually see how there's a common denominator on how so many people think and how they move. And a lot of these people who call you nuts, it's people are very passive with things that they cannot relate to.
Yeah.
And trust me, just because you have relatives, if you do, that doesn't mean that they're relatable.
Mm-hmm.
You share the same. Okay, so what? You share the same parents, you share the same siblings, you share some experiences, but can you relate to them? Do they process things the way you do? Are you seeing what they're seeing?
Right.
Are they seeing what you are seeing? Even
Yeah.
a lot of the times, people are in their own fucking worlds.
Mm-hmm.
You can show them the same freaking line, the same freaking book, the same freaking movie, the same freaking whatever. You let their imaginations run rampant on certain things, and it just it's so freaking completely different, but it's the same topic, the same things, but everyone puts their own freaking spin. So if anything, a lot of that stuff is a reflection on them. Because I mean, like, let me tell you this. And because I've gotten this,
Mm-hmm.
anyone who's, to me, who's called me, who's referenced me as stupid or hopeless or a lost cause or whatever, it's like, dude, are you, like, do you even know how stupid that even sounds? How, like, just like, it's not even and it's stupid because it's weak.
Mm-hmm.
It's the easiest thing to cut to. You don't want to deal with something, or you want to live in your own little world. Oh, you're an idiot, or you're this. Oh, let's just this, that, and third.
Mm-hmm.
People like that are, you get in, even in the truther community. People who are passive like that are fucking idiots. Who think that they want to portray themselves as smart, as guidance, but even they it's not that it, but they have to say, oh, you're dumb. What kind of a question is that? Instead of saying, that's good, that's a good question, I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
I would absolutely love it if I knew, but I don't. That's not my specialty. Like, they don't own up to certain things. and they and I get it. It makes you and so many other people feel like it's your fault that you didn't that they didn't know what they were supposed to teach you,
Mm-hmm.
or what you hoped for them to be. And I'm just like saying, you know, I've learned over time that that I've got to say this: we are taught that it's a good thing, but it's also very dangerous, and that's hope. We can put hope in things where in things that we can control, but if we hope someone changes, I mean, or something changes within someone else that we have no control over, that's a means of self-destruction.
Hopium is what they call it.
Yeah. I haven't heard of that.
And it's a dream because you got to be asleep to believe it.
Yeah.
Or
I
you got
mean,
to be asleep to experience it.
hope is real though. It is real, but it has to be in the things that you have a say in.
Oh, for
That's
sure.
that's what I've learned. For instance, when you if you go in and you put in your best effort, like you're applying for a job,
Mm-hmm.
you can hope they say yes. You go in for an audition, or you are in a concert, or this, you hope people like it, but you hope, but you are hoping because you actually have a say in
Mm-hmm.
certain things. You
Yeah.
have a say in how certain how certain things pan out.
Yeah.
That just like so that is a good hope. That is what true hope is. You put in your efforts, the ball's on their side of the court, and you hope that it goes in your favor. That is hope. But a lot of people want hope to be something a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
They hope to do something without putting any effort into said thing, or very minuscule effort. And the fact that let me tell you this, I'm not it it it's good to have hope. It really, really is. But it's how you use it and
Mm-hmm.
where you use it. And the fact that you have that you've gone through some of a lot of these things is actually no, I mean
I don't know.
no, it helps it,
I
no,
guess
I mean
there's a. I know you're not really adept at astrology, or it's not your thing, but a lot of it. But if you look at my chart, an astrologer will see that I have a lot of hard aspects to Neptune, to personal planets, and also one of my luminaries, and also um, even my ascendant. So Neptune kind of makes, especially the hard aspects of Neptune, can cause a person to be in la la land, and also not see things for what they are. You know, that it could cause a person to be kind of delusional. And it's true, when we have dreams, we need to be, a little dose of delusions, okay, because you need something, like you said, to give you a little bit of hope, to make you feel elevated. But in my case, I think that it was that energy on steroids. And let's just say that it is like a drug, in a way. And I think in my life, especially, it's caused more harm than good. Even the way I perceive myself, there's this part of me that, oh, shoot. Oh, I wonder what happened. Oh, I'm going to move real quick. I got people coming home. But as I was saying, that I think one of the things that I realized was, where was I? Was that I just didn't see things or people or even myself in a very real way. Or I would hold this onto this ideal of myself of what I wanted to be versus what the truth is. And like there's a part of me that wants to think of myself as this, very pristine person, but the reality is I'm kind of not, like if I really look at my life, I'm not that person. I portray that but in all honesty, it's what and who I want to be. It's the ideal that I wanted to aspire to be, but I didn't really live that way. Or it's like I do have demons and skeletons in my closet, and it's not all pretty and nice. And I guess they call that your shadow self, and we all have a shadow. But
everyone has demons. Everyone has skeletons. The thing
yeah,
that here,
or
but
just
here,
things they're embarrassed of or ashamed of, and they wish they did, and they wish they didn't do, but they can't take it back.
but here's the thing, though. But that is the young within the that is the yin within the young. That's the dark within the light.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's always like an 80-20 or like 90-10 rule.
Mm-hmm.
There's always an 80-20 rule of in life. We do have demons.
Yeah.
And we have to understand everyone is not perfect, and we're not meant to be. Not in this plane, at least.
But we're
Because
supposed to work on ourselves. We're supposed to always, but part of that.
well, you cannot work. Yeah. You're about to say what I am. Go on.
You first.
Seriously, you were about to say what I was about.
We're supposed to work on our shit. We're supposed to kind of face the parts of ourselves that it's like in order to get, in order to, the only way out of a cave when you're in it is through.
Yeah. One thing that a lot of people need do not understand, and this is very applicable. This is exactly what you were saying, but it's like, first of all, everybody needs to understand, if in order to grow into anything, in order for anything to progress, first of all, there needs to be acknowledgement, which it is. Yeah. And then which you're doing. That's step one. A lot of people can't even get past step one.
It's the hardest part.
They can't get past step one, which means like it's even people who have addictions. They do not like even acknowledge that they have an addiction.
They're not ready to give it up yet. They're getting something out of that. That's why.
Yes. So the first one is acknowledgement. And we can even say that oh, the world's against me. Everybody's such a this, that, and the third. Or it's like, or they don't understand why people see them in a certain way. A lot of it has to do with the way they talk to others. Now, again, it's not that's I'm not talking about you because I've known you for quite a while. The thing is that I'm talking about like the people who you are surrounded by. I'm talking about like even your siblings. A lot of people are in a huge fucking slump psychologically and emotionally because they can't even get past step one, which is acknowledge that they have an issue.
I agree.
So that's step one. Step two is assessment, and that's where asking questions. You start asking so you start assessing and assessing and asking things. Okay, like, well, how do I do this? What's wrong? What are I don't like this about myself. How do I work on this? How do I do these things? And you start. Actually, that's no. Step two is asking. Step three is assessing. Assessing is like, yes, I'm going to take action. I'm going to take action, and I'm going to do all of these things to do so that way I can get myself out of it. And that is how a lot of people manifest things. How they get themselves out of the bugs, and they change and left themselves up a lot. But the thing is that it's a very dark path.
Yeah, so then it's ongoing. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna get going now, but
okay.
Yeah, I need to probably but yeah, we could meet up again and do this again soon.
Yeah, it's Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 5. I have it scheduled.
Excellent.
All right. I'll see you
Okay.
next time.
Have a good night. Thank you.